What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? William Barry coming at you live from the power of you. Yeah, you right there. Not necessarily you, someone like you, okay? Tom went over to buy me a coffee and threw me a few buckaroos. Let me apologize, but to both Tom and Ilham? No, Liam. Sorry, I forgot how to say Liam, bro. I'm like, dude, Jesus Christ. Illimin be fucking up my head these days. Guys, all right? Both of these people are badasses. They went over to buy me a coffee and they dropped a little smackaroos for me. And I do have two videos that I need to react to because of that. And we're doing one of them today. I would like to personally apologize because I went on vacation with my girlfriend to visit some of her family on the other side of the country. And we were kind of gone for a while. And I didn't really notify anyone that I was doing that. So it was kind of a dick move on my part. So apologize to everybody for that. I'm like a week behind, and I've been trying to get caught up since I've been back, so I haven't got to these yet. So I personally apologize from the bottom of my heart, but I'm so happy to get into them now. I will be doing Prof today, and then the other one next tomorrow. I can't remember who it was, though. But I will be doing both of them very soon, and they'll be going live. Now, for everyone else, though, I want to thank you guys so much. And just know that if you do ever go to buy me a coffee, please do so from only the comfortable position of doing so. Okay? I don't want to have anyone send me their last few dollars in an economy that is completely fucked. I'm fucked regardless money-wise. Foreign country can't work. Fucked. So, like, anything you give helps, but, like, only do so if it is safe for you to do so. I don't want anyone suffering on my behalf whatsoever, bottom line. So thank you guys so much for that. Take the time to give, and you can always do so by going to buymeacoffee.com. You can make video requests there or whatever. Eventually I will do pretty much every fucking video I can do without being paid to do it. It's not necessarily I'm only doing it because you're paying me. It just gives you kind of a jump up on the hierarchy. I will try to get to everyone's wants and needs. However, I am merely only a man. You know what I mean? But let's do it. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this channel. I only get to exist and thrive because of people like you. And for everyone else, please enjoy the show. Or if at the very least you want to laugh at a funny fat guy, I can fill that role too. Anyway, guys, let's get right into it. My boy, in my last Prof video, I kind of said that I was getting sick of all this ego going around with all these young artists. And I really am. I can't stand it, you know? So my boy Tom said, I'm here to give you the antidote to ego itself. He says, hey, here's the antidote to ego, my man. Prof, heaven, live from the gallery. And if you guys know anything, I love me some Prof.
Let's go there. Would you speak to me in heaven? Would you still feel some type of way? Would you forgive me in heaven, babe? I got some things I want to say.
Man, okay, one, I'm loving the way this is unfolding. Right now, this is amazing. We have like a music box intro. We have Prof trying to center himself, and he's really trying to get some shit out, okay? Also, it's a really cool concept because, like, if you're in heaven, you're supposed to be in a position of forgiveness. And as someone who's made a lot of bad decisions in life, you know, I can clearly attest to that. I've made hundreds of bad choices. You know, I think I still made the best choice I could have made given with the information that I had. But upon receiving new context, all of that changes. And it should change because context and data and evidence and all that should change every aspect of what you're doing and saying and how you interact with stuff. And I would say that a lot of people might make the best decision based off of the information they have, but the information they have is just merely incomplete. Learning more about the way people operate, the things that people say and do, and why are they doing these things, and like basic psychology and stuff like that, it really opens up your eyes to like a lot of things. But the problem is, by opening up your eyes to those things, you feel like you've cracked the code, which is also just your ego fucking flaring and raging. Humans like to they are overcritical of things they don't understand, and they are very lacking of criticism on the things that they think they know. Like, they will never be critical of themselves on a topic, because the more you learn of a topic, the more mastery you acquire in a particular thing, the more you just come to understand that you avoided random pitfalls that you just got lucky you avoided, or you hit them by accident and they had a traumatic effect on the outcome, my dude. You know what I mean? Like, anyway, all that to say, speak your truth. I want to see what he's got to say here. I really like the idea of going to heaven and then asking the question to like whoever's around, do you forgive me? Like, one would have to argue if you're there, they might have already forgiven you. But like it's more of like a metaphor of calling into like, can you really forgive? What can you forgive and what can't you? How far does this forgiveness thing go?
I got some things I wanna say. It would destroy me to have you just a little. I'm passionate and brittle. I'm asking for a little of your time.
Nice.
I know I hurt.
Dude, I like that, dude. Passionate and brittle. That is such an interesting thing. One thing that's really awesome is that like passionate people off-put so much energy. But sometimes that exertion of that passion, exertion is not a real word, but like that direct explosion of that passion is coming from a fragile core. You know what I mean? Like, think of it like a bomb, right? Like if you drop a bomb, you fracture the core and then it explodes or whatever. Theoretically. Like things that are passionate typically have like a fragile inner. You know what I mean? Like they're not as secure, and that would make sense because they're unstable. But they put off a lot of energy. They're like dynamic. They're all over the place, and that shit feels really good for most people. And like passionate people are passionate lovers. They're usually people that come from like some kind of fucked up thing because they're kind of like using that passion as a scapegoat or as a coping mechanism for their insecurity. That's usually why the loudest person at the party is probably the biggest or most insecure. It's another reason why like bullies sometimes replicate behaviors at home in school settings because they're probably being bullied at home, so they bully around other people because it's a learned mechanism that they're just practicing in a different environment.
I know I hurt you bad.
Ooh.
I know it's hard to look at me without going right back into the past. I just can't admit, yeah, we're at a standstill.
Like, I love how emotionally driven his songs are. Even his rage songs or even his hype songs usually have like a massive undercurrent of emotionality to them. Like the phrase "someone who wears their heart on their sleeve" or whatever. I feel like Prof fits that very well. He utilizes it in more masculine ways, but like that shit is there, dude. I like this. This is already amazing.
We're at a standstill. Yeah. Do you remember times when we were almost happy? You could always say things that would make my eyes close. Would you just pick up the phone?
Now, this could be like unrequited love. This could be like loss of a parent. You know what I mean? Like maybe he like really let someone down. Like, dude, the fact that it's ambiguous and allows you to fill that stuff in so far is kind of a masterstroke. Rap typically eventually names things, so we'll see if he goes that route. But like, we can all understand that feeling, bro. Like, happiness is merely just a reflection of like current state and like emotional releases. But like, there are people that can bring happiness out just by them being around. Now, some bring people happiness by leaving. You know, we all know an asshole like that. Probably, hey, I'm probably it to many people. But yeah, man, almost happy. I like that.
Would you just pick up the phone? Would you speak to me in heaven? Would you still feel some type of way? Would you forgive me in heaven, babe? I got some things I wanna say.
Say it, buddy.
I thought I love you as much as I could.
All right, dude, I'm here for it. Let's go. All right, let's back it up, bro. My boy's about to let it out. All right. I'm ready, baby. Hit me with it.
I got some things I wanna say.
Speak it.
I thought I love you as much as I could. My love was wrong, I was misunderstood. All along I was so immature, yeah.
Nice.
I know I hurt you bad. Oh, I'm devoted to keeping you. I'm dreaming to make amends. I'm done running away from my sins. I just can't let this shit end.
Man, dude. Just look at the expression on his face. He's grabbing every emotion in this memory that he can. The beautiful moments, the moments where he was a fucking asshole, because we have them, bro. Hell, I have them, bro. I'm not a saint in my relationship. I probably say something wrong every other time I talk. You know what I mean? Or in the times that were just blissful moments between the two of them, whatever that bliss might be. Bro, he's grabbing at all of them and he's bearing it out, dude. This is what music is meant for. I understand everyone has to have their hype tracks, bro, but fuck that noise. Hype tracks are for fucking deluded bitches that just want to feel important at the time because they always envision themselves as the product of the song instead of like the thing that they're rapping against, because people are fucking lame asses that have main character syndrome. I don't have that shit. So when I hear people hyping themselves up, it's just a waste of time. It's hot air. I don't care. This shit right here, that real raw human emotion, tearing down every barrier you've erected your entire life and said, I'm naked. I'm right before your eyes. Tell me what the fuck you see. You know what I mean? Like, this is it. And for a guy like Prof to say, I want to have you as a missus. Like, this is, I want this. Whatever this is, I want to work towards that. Even if it means I have to kill the man I was. Because fuck that guy. If it means I got to give up you. You know what I mean? Like, that's a beautiful mess. More men need to learn that shit.
I just can't let this shit end. Don't let me just fall through your hands. Would you speak to me in heaven? Would you still feel some type of way? Would you forgive me in heaven, babe? I got some things I wanna say. I need my life. With you.
Bro, this is fucking human. You know what I mean? I like this. Like, one of my big problems with a lot of media and stuff today is it's just so interjected with nihilism. I'm at the point where I'm getting sick of just constant negativity. Though some people hear me say that and go, bro, I've heard your lyrics. Your lyrics are very dark and very nihilistic. Yeah, but all of my lyrics are about overcoming nihilism. They're all about overcoming apathy. They're all about overcoming the negative aspects of those things. I write hero music, my dude. That's what I write, about overcoming bad things. It has a lot of dark language, and because I was a gothic kid, you know what I mean? Like, I grew up listening to goth shit, metal, grunge, fucking Cradle of Filth. Like, dude, I'm just that way. I like that language. I like visceral language, you know? But everything I write is almost always in the vein of, like, overcoming an obstacle or something. Like the classic hero's journey. So when I hear people say, oh, heroicism is dead, or, you know, oh, let's have a more, like, The Boys is like, what would really happen if people had superpowers? Like, there wouldn't be any good superheroes, really? Fuck that, they are good people. Yeah, they might be outweighed by bad actors, but the reason why we lift up heroes in our life is because they show the best of us and the best thing that we can do in any given situation. Things to aspire to be. You won't live up to fit the mantle, but that doesn't mean you don't try. Like my modern take on nihilism is people just want to be unhappy and they want to sit around and feel self-protected in that hatred. Well, I didn't care about anything and nothing mattered, so I don't try. That's not the point of nihilism. The point of nihilism is that nothing matters, so create meaning. Fuck! Read the rest of the book. Stop getting halfway through. You fucking retards. Fuck! Sorry.
With you. On heaven, baby. Heaven's where we make it, baby. Would you speak to me in heaven? Would you just pass me by? Would you forgive me in heaven, babe? Why can't we just give it a try?
That resignation and self-defeat right there. Okay. Heartstrings are blue. Man, that would suck to go to heaven and then have to be... you would have to... All right, check it out. Okay. You would have to be good enough and be forgiven to get into heaven. But then once you get into heaven, let's say that you found your unrequited love, the girl who got away or whatever the fuck it is. I don't really have a girl that got away, luckily. I got my soulmate. But let's just say this. What would you do if you had to spend all of heaven with someone that wouldn't forgive you up there? God might forgive you. Jesus might forgive you. But would they? Because if they're the best version of you or the best that you ever did, they're probably getting into heaven, right? You know what I mean? So if you get up to heaven with them and you got to spend all eternity with them, but like they never forgive you and they just hate you the whole time, fuck, bro. That sounds like hell. Maybe that is hell. Maybe you don't get forgiven by God and you just go up there and have to see all the people that are going to judge you for all time for the negative shit you've done. Bro. New religion unlocked. Tom, thank you guys so much, man. Tom, this was fucking awesome. I did need this. I'm not going to lie. This was a really good vibe. I needed that. Man, I'm so sick of like the inflated fucking ego rap shit that just sells not like hotcakes because everyone has main character powers. And they just, I'll just pretend I'm the character. Fuck that, dude. Real shit. Thank you. And remember, if you go to buymeacoffee.com/losttogod, only do so from a position of safety and comfort. If you don't have that, don't give. Just watch the content, like, subscribe, do whatever. That works too. That tells the YouTube algorithm God, the AI machine that runs my life, that my stuff is worth watching. That helps immensely as well. But if you do give, just know that I'm very thankful and it does help out immensely. Getting to do this content for you guys has been a very fucking fun experience. And it's been the one thing that I've sunk all my stuff into since I've lost my job. And, you know, it's really helpful, man. It really does go a long way being able to just sit here and shoot the shit with you guys as if we're at a bar together, just without alcohol. Because I know I'm high as fuck. Anyway, guys, have yourself a wonderful day. Please party hard. Try and beat the heat today. It is going to be a scorcher, and it is going to suck ass. All right, guys. Much love, the game, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Stories sealed in rooms where no light follows, drifting through the smoke just to stay awake, praying to a sky that will never break. Still nothing descends for me.